Hi everyone, we're going to solve this equation. The first thing we're going to do is multiply these two here, kind of cross multiply, and so 2 times negative 2 would be negative 4. The next thing we're going to do is multiply each term by e to the x. That's just a little trick here. And when you do that, you get e to the x times e to the x minus e to the x times e to the negative x equals negative 4 times e to the x. And let's simplify. That's e to the x plus x using your properties of exponents. Minus e to the x minus x equals negative 4e to the x power. And then this is e to the 2x power minus e to the 0 equals negative 4e to the x. Next step, we're going to write this as ex squared, just so I can substitute here. Remember, a to the m times n is a, you can put m, or I'll just put n to the m power. That's your property, power property. It doesn't matter what order these are in. So I just rewrote that, and now we know, let me move this guy over, so that's going to be plus 4e to the x, and e to the 0 is just 1. Now I'm going to let w equal e to the x and substitute. So this will be w squared plus 4w minus 1 equals 0. Since I can't factor that, I'm going to use the quadratic formula, so this would be our w is e to the x, so now I can just change this back to e to the x. I'm going to say e to the x equals, which is our w, negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac, all divided by 2a, because we have to use the quadratic formula. So a is 1, b is 4, and c is negative 1. So we're going to plug all that in, and we're going to get e to the x, which was our w, is negative 4 plus or minus square root of 4 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 1, all divided by 2 times 1. And simplifying this, we get negative 4 plus or minus square root of 20 divided by 2. And simplifying further, we get a negative 4 plus or minus, this right there is square root of 4 times 5, which is 2 square root of 5. And I'll put the 2 in under each piece here. And that's going to give you negative 2 plus or minus square root of 5. So we have e to the x equals that. And therefore, we have x equals ln of negative 2 plus square root of 5. And we have x equals ln negative 2 minus square root of 5. Clearly, this is undefined, this part, because this quantity here has to be, the domain has to be greater than 0. So if this was x, this has to be greater than 0. And it's not, so that goes away. So this is our answer. And this is approximately, if you put this in the calculator, you're going to get, let's see, this would be negative 1.444. All right? And that's it. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.